back to fifth session of our ongoing series, career counseling or life counseling. What is right? And by now we must have figured out that yes, both are equally important, and we have gone through series of various topics and which are helpful in deciding our career or life, and both put together. In the same series, what we are going to discuss today is 7 Qs of life. Q stands for quotients, so to say. There are many which are defined by different researchers or scientists or speakers in terms of life quotients. For me, I have learned from many, and based on what I have learned, I would like to discuss with you 7 quotients of life which I thought of. When we talk of life as such, I think it begins with our development at a physical level, and therefore we can safely say that it is basically our body, and that is physical health, which determines the first factor, that is about health quotient, or to be more precise, physical health quotient. And that typically decides about our is dependent on our physical growth that happens at every stage of our life since the time we get conceived, and we continue to grow up to a certain age in a vertical mode, and later on maybe in horizontal mode, which we definitely need to control on. But yes, we definitely keep on that metabolism continues to happen in our body throughout our life, and that is why we are alive. That is our life. So at physical level, we can call it safely as it is as health quotient. Whenever our body is in sync or synchronized with respect to our organs and the functions that our organs carry out, with respect to the universe that we are into, like homeostasis that we typically know as a medical term, and we are comfortably aligning our body to the universe internally as well as externally, our body is at ease. Or else it gets diseased. That is why we call disease to a particular imbalance that happens in our physical body. Now when we call this as health quotient, the next comes immediately, which starts growing simultaneously, is at intellectual level. Our brain development starts in the mother's womb itself, and therefore we can call it as IQ, which continues to grow again till a particular stage. And as they rightly say now, that it continues to grow even otherwise. When we talk about the IQ in real terms or in practical terms, we can safely say that till the time we continue to gain some knowledge, some skill in our life, we are definitely growing intellectually, or continue to develop some new attitude towards something that we learn can define our IQ. So that is our second quotient, that is IQ. The third is EQ, which typically is being talked of many a times, where we understand our own emotions and the people to whom we are related or unrelated and their emotions. And that again continues to grow as we grow in life and understand the faculties and other factors that we are supposed to. The fourth quotient, which we can talk of as we grow in life and continue to grow at our physical level, at our IQ level and EQ level, we become capable of earning ourselves, and that is where our financial quotient comes into picture. The financial quotient again depends from individual to individual, irrespective of which family, which area, where you are born. Because otherwise, a man on the petrol pump cannot become Dhirubhai Ambani serving on a petrol pump. So it all depends on what is your financial quotient, and that again keeps on defining, and we keep on redefining that as we grow in our life. So that is our FQ. The next comes is our career growth, as whatever career we take up in terms of our growth in our life, we continue to and we wish to grow in our career as it grows further, because that spans around 35 to 40 years of our life, which is a larger span. And that career growth depends on what creation do we do in terms of a job or business or career that we have chosen. The more we grow in terms of our creative quotient, that is our fifth quotient, creative quotient, more we contribute to our own selves in terms of our career growth, because then whatever we create is helpful to others also, where we are associated directly or indirectly. And as human beings, we are fortunate, or we are the ones, we are called supreme creation of God only because we are the ones we create, and we continue to create and innovate as we are growing. Even others like birds or animals, say for example bird creates a nest, so it is also creative. We have seen that. But what it used to create maybe 500 years ago or 1000 years back, it continues to do the same even today. But when we talk of our homes 500 years back and now, I think we have changed the dimensions substantially. We are becoming maybe smaller in size or more adaptive, whatnot. Our architecture and interior things are growing. So we create in every single area that we, so that is our creative quotient. The sixth one is our personality growth. And our personality growth depends on what kind of social quotient we have. Because the kind of persona that we possess or we take up to suit a particular situation or a particular person, it differs from individual to individual, situation to situation, and everyone develops that particular or creates that particular persona, which is called a personality, and therefore it depends on the social quotient. Imagine a situation that, or people who are in Himalayas spending their life alone for years together, the yogis, they did not develop any kind of a persona. Their personality factors depends on many other factors, which is not the topic of discussion right now. But typically when we are talking of our career, our life, our social factors, we develop different persona, we wear it. Say for example, as a child we behave differently than what we behave as a father or as a grandfather or as an employee or as a subordinate or as a friend, etc. So whichever parameter or role that we continue to play in our life, we develop that persona. It depends on our social quotient, how we associate ourselves with others and with situations. And to balance it all, what are we creating out of it, and how are we grateful to the universe, or understanding and accepting whatever quotients we are born with and we are developing. That wisdom depends on our spiritual quotient. So that is our seventh quotient. So if we have to revisit all of them, everything that keeps on growing in life is important to us, because where somebody has rightly said, when growth stops, decay starts. So our growth in every single term is directly proportional to our success, what we want to achieve, and that gives us happiness. The last one, that is happiness quotient, depends on the balance or equilibrium of all these seven quotients that we have discussed about. Imagine a situation, we have, let's say, as an example, somebody who is a dhanna shet, okay, who has lot of money, he knows how to make money and is happy about it, and he has very good physique as well. So he has amassed lot of money, he has lot of money, and so we can comfortably say that okay, his financial quotient must be good, and he has good health, so his health quotient is also very good. But then how that fellow utilizes that money further to make it grow or to make it good for others and to gain some different identity with that, if he is not aware, because he lacks certain part of other quotients, be it IQ or knowledge or skill, be it his emotions, be it his social quotient, he is arrogant or he is he does not believe in God or whatever it is, and therefore that particular person at a later part of life probably may suffer with nobody taking care of that fellow. I have a story of a real life story. Two professionals, two good friends, irrespective of the profession, I would not take it, be it doctor or engineers or advocates or CA, chartered accountants. They are good professionals, learned professionals, so we can comfortably say that they are having good IQ. And good friends with their wives, they decide to go on a picnic. And so they are in good health, health quotient is good, all other factors are very good. Their financial quotient is good, they are earning good money, they are happy, leading a good life, they have good relations, so they have good social quotient, everything is good. Now it so happens that on day one, when they go out to a hill station, in the night they decide to have a party. And during that party, whatever they drink and eat, one of the persons, the friends, he develops stomach problem next morning. The stomach upset happens. And because of which entire next day goes for a toss for that particular person. He cannot enjoy the nature and the beauty that is surrounding him. Others also, because husband is not good, so wife also is not comfortable. And the partners are not good, so the partners also are not comfortable. And therefore, it so happens that just because one factor goes for a toss out of the 7, entire happiness is vanished, or they could not get that, what they've gone for. What I'm trying to tell you is, these quotients, if they are in equilibrium to each other and we accept them as they are, that is the way we can gain happiness. That is the secret of getting or improving on our happiness quotients. Don't you feel so? I mean, if you look around and people have one quotient dominating over the other but not supporting each other, can create imbalance in life. And that is the message I want to give today. I'm sure when we apply all those principles of Vanguard learning principles or multiple intellects and other factors that we have discussed in the previous sessions, we can comfortably say that these are the quotients that we need somebody to help us assess. The Dhanna Shet, if he is wise person, he knows very well and he accepts that I do not possess that particular knowledge, skills, or how to organize my money, how to make it grow and things like that. What that should do and would do and are doing is they hire mentors, they hire certain consultants, and they help that particular money grow. And that's a smart way of doing a particular managing our quotients. And that is how we can manage our life. I think that is a message which is quite powerful enough, and I would like to halt at this point. We'll meet next on the new topic of how do we carry out our life and manage our career. Thank you so much for your time and listening. Good night.